Why is my hair so crazy? Look at this. Like, that's how my hair, everything curves that way. Let me just see if I can hide that. There. It's not okay. Anyways, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I feel like this is not going to be a long reading. Yeah. So let's just go ahead. Let's pull a couple cards. Let's get started. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also for those of us who find ourselves on this channel without any Piscean anything. You're probably an empath. And you're probably getting messages from your soul. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard was the mask is being removed. Feels intense. Feels very intense. Very intense. Let's just put this here. Let's just put that there. Okay, let's pull a couple from here. So things are about to intensify. Okay, things are about to intensify, and whatever it is that you were or are going through, it's about to intensify. So just be ready for that. Obviously, we don't want ugly things to intensify. Obviously, we want, well, I assume most of us want an environment that's peaceful, an environment that's pain-free, all of these nice things. Oh, congratulations, Sochi. Oh, congratulations. Whatever was in shadow is now being brought to the light. Okay. You know, whatever it is, whatever people thought they were going to hide, this includes you. Whatever you thought you were going to hide, it's not going to be hidden for much longer. Okay. So, just kind of be ready. Be ready. Homecoming. So, I think for some, maybe most, whatever this reading is about for you, it affects your actual home life, right? It affects your home life. And it's something that, it's, I guess, been needing to be addressed for some time now. And it's like it's been a fire under your butt, and you're probably at a point where it's out of boiling. And so usually it's when the soup starts to boil that you're ready to add other ingredients, right? So by summer, you'll be in the presence of your sunflowers. These are people who exist as a reflection of your light. For the non-toxic empaths and Pisceans, we serve as a light for so many. Like, we give so much of ourselves to so many other people, and they're going to be giving back to you. If you're a toxic person, you're going to be receiving that back as well. And I can't say you don't deserve it. 100% serious right now. 100% serious. So for those of you who have sent out so much love to others, please allow yourself to receive the kind of love and support that you have so freely given so long. That's just, it's appropriate to receive some of your energy back. Um, for those that consistently play this game, you know, you're going to have to find new people to see you as a victim. That's the thing. Your game only works so long as people don't know what's going on. They're about to know. They're about to know. Eventually, lies will come to the surface. And when you tell so many lies, it's going to be hard to keep them straight, isn't it? You're about to get caught. For the toxic ones that create problems and drama, and you're about to get caught. And I don't feel bad for you at all. I just don't. I don't feel bad for you at all. You know, just one of those things. You need to learn somehow. I don't want to be your teacher. So I'm just glad other people are going to help you to learn this. Yep. Everything is about to be contained. Now, again, we have to make sure. Oh, Dr. Ramani. Okay. Narcissism and karmic relationships. Ooh, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that. I've developed a fascination regarding the topic of narcissism and how they function and their mindsets. And, you know, um, I'm just really, really glad, relieved, and so beyond proud of myself that in the past, in the recent past, um, basically I was approached again by another covert, vulnerable narcissist. And I pieced it together before anything could really come of it. I was able to piece it together, and it was just one of those things where I've known this person for how long, and I didn't want to believe first what they were saying because it just seemed so far-fetched. And then secondly, I didn't want to believe that they were actually someone who is struggling through narcissism. Because again, you know, I've known them for so long. And as the weeks have gone by, and I've really just quietly observed, I began to notice quite a few different things. And I'm just glad that I listened to my intuition. I avoided that interaction. I'm really, really glad that I listened to my intuition, that I kind of just was like, nope, nope, I cannot. I cannot. The masks are coming off. They're being removed. The masks are being removed. That's what this reading is about. Are you wearing a mask? Are you the one doing things to other people? Or are you wearing a mask because the world doesn't give you permission to be who you are? Or is that the environment you've lived in, the one that doesn't give you permission to be who you are? And now you're in front of people who are giving you permission. Or, I mean, do we need to even talk about permission? Do we need to talk more about why do you think you need permission from someone else? I mean, this is such a complex topic that we're trying to condense into a short conversation. And, you know, let's see where it goes. Let's really, really allow ourselves to see where it goes. So it's time for you to take the time and the energy to heal yourself. Okay. It's time. It's time. So, you know, thinking about certain things that have been going on quietly in the background, I kind of feel like when you have, and I don't know, my mind goes on tangents. My mind goes on tangents. I was thinking about health. I was thinking about cellular materials, just all sorts of different things, right? And I was thinking about COVID. No, I don't have COVID. No, no one in my family has COVID. But these are just thoughts that I've been having over the past, you know, maybe week or two. COVID is an infection. It is said to primarily affect the lungs. Primarily, it affects other systems, obviously, but the lungs are the primary ones affected. Now, here's the thing. When you look at the energy of an infection, it's toxicity built up. It's energetic toxicity that's now manifesting as a physiological symptomatic presentation. So then what could that be? I'm kind of wondering if we're looking at the energetic aspects of this, not just the physiological and pathology of it, but the energetic, because those two always go hand in hand. What if with COVID, it affects people who have suppressed their voice more than people who are able to speak up? Because first off, people who are not struggling with speaking their needs or not struggling with speaking, speaking openly, oftentimes they can speak their needs, they can verbalize their needs, and therefore their needs get taken care of much sooner. I think what we've been seeing is that when people have COVID, the sooner they get treatment and intervention, the less severe it is, right? So that's one thing. And then you take a look at the people who can't voice their needs, they wait longer. And there's more that's been suppressed over their lifetime. This is something they've learned for how long. They have not been allowed to have a voice to speak up. How many of us have throat blockages? How many of us identify as Blu-ray? Blu-rays are housed in the throat. How many of us have thyroid issues? The thyroid being the primary gland that helps to regulate the production of the hormones that keep you balanced. Once upon a time, my hair used to be super thick. Not just the amount of strands, but every single strand was extremely coarse. Very, very thick. Every single strand. Very, very thick. If you don't know what my hair used to be like, think of Samoan hair. Gorgeous ass hair, y'all. Samoan people's hair, like the stereotypical, very thick, very coarse type hair. That's how my hair used to be. Very, very thick, very, very coarse. Your hair is your power, it said. It said that's your antenna to connect you to divinity. And then one day I realized not only was my hair falling out, my hair is now very ultra fine. I'm experiencing miniaturization of my hair. How does that tie in, Emmie? Well, the more public I became, the more my hair fell out. The more that's a physiological, symptomatic presentation of my attempt to miniaturize myself, to make myself smaller, to reduce more of my power. Excuse me. To reduce more of my power, to make me, less, I don't know. I still don't know. And that might be a mask that I wear, where I wear a mask of normalcy, just so I can better fit in, just so I can be more easy to tolerate. But here's the thing, are you here to just be tolerated? Well, but Emmie, if I tolerate everyone, why can't they tolerate me? Maybe because you're here to change the world. Not by saving the world, but by saving yourself from your own flawed logic that has allowed for the toxicity within your thoughts and emotions to be presented on your body. Doctors don't know shit. Doctors don't know shit. Doctor said it was old age and menopause that thinned and changed the texture. My hair began doing this when I was in my 20s. Doctors don't know shit. And I went to them. I went to specialist after specialist after specialist. My hair was coming out in clumps. Clumps. Like, doctor, tell me, am I dying? Is it cancer? Am I dying? The doctors that told me to cut my knees out, both of them, all the way. to cut my bones out of my body. Because at 26 it was, I think, 25, 26, I think I was 26. I was advised by a specialist that by the end of the year, I won't be able to walk. Yet in my 40s, I was deadlifting several hundred pounds, leg pressing over 500. Doctors don't know shit. When you got that fight, they don't know shit. When you fit in the box, they can absolutely tell you everything. They've been trying to convince my brother for over a year now that he's dying. Because there's a specialist, right? And don't get me wrong, his team is bomb. His cardiac team is bomb. You have all of these specialists who specialize in nothing but theories. We are all still unique individuals. Treatment plan for you might not work for me. Are y'all allergic to epinephrine? Because I am. When my doctor went to biopsy something, I told her this. She told me no one's allergic to epinephrine. That doesn't exist. And as soon as she injected that into my body, I felt it go through my spine into my brain, and my brain began to swell. I literally felt it. And then my eyes rolled into the back of my head, and I heard her like it was a hallway as my body was having seizures. And I heard her screaming, "Get the crash cart, we're losing her," for a biopsy. And when the seizure finished, you know what she said? "Oh my God, thank God you're okay. I think we should add to your chart that, we suspect you have an allergy to epinephrine." Suspect? You almost fucking killed me right now. You suspect? We're guessing? No, I'm pretty sure you've got the evidence you need. I'm literally fucking allergic to epinephrine. Not talking about rashes. I'm talking about you will kill me. And she gave me a baby dose. These are specialists. They specialize in theories, not in you. Stop giving your power away. Stop putting on that mask of normalcy. All of you who regularly join me, you're not like other people. Why do you think I resonate so much with you? Because I've finally lost my fear of being different. Not only do I not care that I'm different, I accept it. I embrace it. How could someone so different from you fully actually understand you? That's the same as a man being a obstetrician gynecologist. Yeah. "Oh, Emmie, no, you can't see that. That's so sexist." I don't care what you think. If you're not an owner of a vagina, you don't know what a pelvic exam feels like. Because even if we did a rectal exam on you, it's still not going to feel like a pelvic exam for a woman. You can use whatever terms you want, but when people are different, they are just different. It doesn't make them any worse or any better than you. But we're all different from each other. And for you guys, you're different than everyone else in your environment. You come here every day. Why? Because here you can take your mask off. You're perfectly fine. I sit here with no mask on, so you can take your mask off too, and then just kind of feels like home, doesn't it? Just kind of feels calm and comfortable and safe for you to just be weird. Weird. As though being weird is bad. In a world that is so sadistic, misogynistic, masochistic, I'll be the odd one out. I don't want to be part of that. I just don't. I'd rather be the odd one out. And I think that's part of what caused me to really just not put that small mask back on. I don't wanna fit into that. I don't, and some of us as empaths, it's like we allow ourselves to be marinated in those types of environments because we wanna understand, we wanna help. It's not gonna help for you to become the monster that you're trying to absolve. They don't care about your beliefs. They don't care in that way, and they don't have to, because you don't need them to care or agree to exist and be valid. You do that every single time you take another breath in. Let's do something together really quick. If it's safe for you to do so, I want you to just close your eyes for a moment. Let's do this. Let's turn this into a group meditation for a second. Um, 1 second. Let me find a track. All right, you guys ready? If it's safe for you to do so, I want you to close your eyes and just listen. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Continue breathing in cycles of truth and release. Feel your chest begin to tingle. Feel a mild pressure. Feel your emotions begin to rise. That's your power and your truth coming back home to you. Welcome it home. Give it a seat at your table. Feel your hands begin to pulsate. You can handle everything life sends you. Just breathe and let it come home to you. At your core, you are peaceful. There's stillness. There's love. Whatever you're going through, you won't just survive. You're going to thrive. Take one more deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Come back to the space that we share. Just take a moment. Take one more deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Very slowly, very gently, open your eyes. How do you feel? Do you feel empowered? Did you feel the tingles, the pressure? Did you feel your emotions? Take a moment to really assess what you experienced. And before you start telling me that you felt everything I was doing, I want to invite you to rewatch that part of this video. I wasn't doing anything, I was talking. I wasn't shifting energies, I wasn't doing energy work. I was talking. That's it. I was guiding you in how to use your own energy, how to call it back home to you. Do you understand how powerful you are? For those of you who've never experienced anything like this, for those of you who are not familiar with any energetic things, you're barely getting into tarot and oracle card stuff, like, you don't need to know any of that. You just need someone you can trust to help you remember the pathways you use when you heal yourself. That's what I do. I was born remembering. Why? Because that's my purpose. To remember what needs to be shared. This is such a powerful, powerful space that we share, because this is the space where we sit naked with each other. No masks, no robes of pretense, just who we are. Who we are in this soft light. Darkness is not evil. Your shadow self, those are all the parts of you that have been rejected because society said you don't have permission to be that powerful. So then what do? You allow yourself to have the life experiences that are probably going to be much more elevated in their intensity than the average person. You allow yourself to have those experiences so you can achieve the level of mental, emotional, and spiritual maturity that will prepare you to retrieve those powers that you hid in the shadow. All of that's already yours. This is what I teach in my classes. This is what I teach. I'm not certified in anything. I'm not a specialist in anything. At least nothing human. I don't need any titles. I don't need any labels. I don't need any of that. You don't either. All those things don't validate you. They just cause you to feel like you're lesser than what you actually are. Well, why, Emmie? I mean, I worked so hard for that MD. I worked so hard for that Esquire. I worked so hard for the letters and the alphabet behind my name. How does that make me less than? Well, because there's always going to be someone else with more letters behind their name. More letters means they're more than you. How can you say that? Because I understand it is why. I understand it. That's why. Who do you think you are? Well, who I know myself to be is a stay-at-home mom with a very old soul. Bad as fuck. Hell-bent on being good. And that's going to have to be enough. Because anything short of that, I'll consider it, but I'm not going to say that I'll Promise. Because I have the right to withhold whatever part of me I don't want to share, just like you have the right to do that. This is about making conscious decisions of when to wear that mask and when to take it off. Some of us wear a mask to protect ourselves. Others of us wear a mask because it makes it easier to be a villain. If you're someone that's a villain and you truly know you are, doesn't mean you're bad. It means you played into a role of what other people expected you to be. What do you expect yourself to be? Because that's really all that matters. Who do you see yourself as? Because if you're going to continue to play that role, play that part, that's evidence of your belief in it. The only limitations that exist for you are the ones that you believe in. I am limitless in my beliefs about myself. The moment I think I can't do something is the moment I'm being challenged to accept an experience that will lead me to the knowing that I can. That is the reality. Anything outside of that is merely perception. And the way you perceive the reality you're living is the way you will receive the reality. If you want to perceive it in a negative light, it will be a negative experience. If you want to perceive it in a positive light, it will be a positive experience. That positivity needs to be real, true daylight, not artificial light. Toxic positivity is just as bad as being a villain. You know, real movie villains versus Disney villains. A villain is a villain is a villain. A villain is a villain is a villain. So be who you actually are. Be who you are. Stop with what you think people want to see from you. Because these people who you're trying to please don't know what they need. They don't know who they are. They don't know the life they're living. So why are you listening to them? I'm not the only person that medicine has failed. Every concern that I've ever had for myself and my children have fallen on deaf ears. Doctors don't like me when I'm in their office. Why? Because I can speak your language and I don't have the letters after my name. See, they respect me and appreciate me when my family is in the hospital until they realize I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Then now I'm kicked out of their club. I'm not a part of their gang anymore. Yeah. I once had a nurse who was giving me a rundown, and I was like, no, I don't think we're going to agree to that treatment plan for my mom. Can you please tell me the update for today? Like, was there any progress, any more diagnostic testing done? And she was talking really fast as though she was giving a report to a doctor. That's how she was talking to me. And I was like, wait, what is that? How do you spell that? And she goes, you want me to spell it? And I was like, yeah, I want you to spell it so I can Google it. She looks at my mom and my mom goes, oh, my daughter's not a doctor. She goes, oh, we all thought you were a doctor. No, I just like to educate myself. So how do you spell that again? Give me about 5-10 minutes and I'll be able to understand exactly what you told me. But you're going to need to spell that for me so I can make sure that I'm looking up the right thing. I don't care what your education level is. I see you as my equal. Whether you're highly educated or not, I see you as my equal. Some people will see that, hear that, and take it as though, oh my God, you think I'm your equal? Absolutely. Why would you not be? Like, that's crazy. Why wouldn't you be? But you know so much. Yeah, and you will too. Once you live through whatever you live through, you're gonna know a lot as well. And then there's other people who are like, "We are not equals. I have this degree." Yeah, your piece of paper, I can print one out too. Did you know that if you homeschool and you finish, you finish all the credits and everything, um, your parent can actually print out a diploma, and it's just as valid as one from a high school. Did you know that? It's funny. We have all these different things that serve as nothing more than masks, and we put so much value in it. So much value in it. It's a piece of paper that shows you're in debt. Who are you truly? Who are you hiding behind that piece of paper? Who are you hiding behind fear that people will know you don't have a piece of paper? I have no papers. I have no alphabet after my name, but I do have advanced level clergy in parishes sending me their exorcism cases. I do have neurologists who have recommended their patients to me by name. I don't know who these neurologists are, but I tell you, they sent me their patient, specified me by name. Every single doctor that's worked with my family, when the condition is very elevated, it's an abnormality. We don't know what to do with this. We've never seen this happen before. RSV cleared in less than 3 days. No lung damage, no hospitalizations. RSV, that's a really fucked up situation. That's what they were trying to present COVID as. RSV is highly communicable. The moment you get RSV, you are quarantined. Healthy people are sick for weeks on end. Like, you fucked up. Cleared it in 3 days. Confirmed the case. Cleared in 3 days, no hospitalization. Pediatrician was like, "What did you do?" Stayed at home. Give my kid some love. Love in the form of colloidal silver and other amazing, very cheap things. These are specialists. You're a specialist and you don't know what I did? You haven't been able to do this for any of your other patients? These are the people we're listening to. You know that a large percentage, possibly all, I don't know, but I've heard this numerous times from people in the field. People who enter into the mental health field are people who have mental health struggles. Either it runs in the family and they're trying to find a way to be able to understand their family, or it runs within themselves and they're trying to figure out a way to help themselves. I know the moment I decided to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. I was in second grade and my mom's blood pressure was going crazy for days on end. She refused to go to the hospital, and I didn't know what to do. I could feel she was having AFib. I've been this way since I was born. I could feel her heart was going bonkers. And I remember thinking, if we were to just fix that, but then they would have to cut into her chest, and how do you do that? Second grade, witnessing that caused me to believe my calling in life is to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. And then when she had a stroke, a couple years later, I then decided I needed to have a second specialty, neurology. I need to be a neurologist and a cardiologist. And then when I have brothers coming home with injuries. I also then felt, well, I need to be able to triage properly and properly address these things. The best way to learn to do that is to either be a combat medic or work in the ER at a trauma center, county hospital. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. I'm going to be a neurologist. And then I'm also going to moonlight in a trauma center ER. Everything you aspire to be is based on the traumas you experience in your life. Is it enough for you to just live by trauma based on what trauma has done to you? Or, like me, I don't just want to be a traumatized person. So I'm not going to control. Instead, I'm just going to flow. Wherever my life takes me is where I need to be. Whoever my life brings to me is who should be there. And when they walk away, their time with me is done. I will not hold on to you. I will not run after you. I will wish you farewell in the greatest life you could possibly live in my absence. And then I will keep living. I will keep growing. I will keep achieving. Why? Because that's my destiny. Notice how no one else is involved in my destiny at this point. There's no when someone comes back, there's no when this and when that and things I cannot control. The only thing I can control is myself and the way I receive my life. Your face is your identity. When you wear a mask, you cover who you are. No matter what your reason is, you cover the truth of who you actually are. I'm not interested in covering anything anymore. I will never fit in. Not until the world is changed by my existence. Does that mean I'm here in some sort of messianic role? No. I'm not your Messiah. I'm not interested in being crucified. I'm interested in being the best human being I could possibly be, knowing that I've been a human many, many times. Quite a few of those I failed. And this life is a culmination of all the failures of previous lifetimes. Lifetimes where I was given tremendous power and misused it. Tremendous control over nations and I misused it. Tremendous control, tremendous power, misused. Does that make me a bad person? No. It just means now I'm better suited to lead. I've gotten that out of my system. I have no desire to control. I have no desire to dominate. I have no desire to have an empire or people following after me. I just have a desire to walk down my path and live the best human life I could possibly live. That means no more trying to impress. That means no more trying to prove. You know, a large portion of the failures you experience in life are trying to impress and trying to prove that you are something they say you can or cannot be, but you actually are not. I'd be an amazing doctor. Once upon a time, I had a hand so straight I could do pinstriping. Fabulous makings of a surgeon. I would have rocked the shit out of that world. Neurology, oh my God, I understand the brain in a way that, oof. The brain is my juju. Like, damn, what? You got behavioral see. Let me look at your brain. Let me just look. Misfires. Yeah, hypostimulation. That's why. That's why. That's what's going on. No, you're not broken. We just need to rewire, recalibrate. I'm not meant to be in that system. I've been told many times during my life, the medical field could benefit from a doctor like you. No, they couldn't. I'd be fired in the first month. You know why? I will not let my patients die. Fuck your protocol. Fuck your insurance. Take my license. I don't give a shit. I'd be fired in the first month. So instead, what did I do? I continued to learn. by myself. I'm not bound by any licenses. I fit in this gray space where I'm not bound by any rules. And that's why my integrity is so important to me. That's why, although I can do without your permission, I never do without your permission. Is it because I need your permission? No. It's because I live with integrity. The world cannot tell me who I am. The world can simply experience me when I choose to allow you to. When you begin to live in that way, do you understand how free you become? You want to change the world? Weaponize your brain. Make it impervious to the attacks of society. You can say whatever you want about me. I might sit in front of you, but I promise you I'm not listening. Oh, you think you know it all? No, I think I know a lot. And because of how much I know, I understand I'm never going to know it all. And I always will come across another person who knows more than me, and I cherish those people because I have no ego like that. I get excited when I'm across the table from someone more intelligent than me. Any given topic, like, yes, oh my God, tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. About any topic, tell me more. Use words I've never heard. Speak languages I don't know. Tell me more. I crave it. Tell me more. And every person I come across that tells me more about their life, about their specialty, about their experiences, that increases the folds in my brain. That's more storage, more surface area for me to store etheric information. I might not remember it all the time. I promise you I know when it's needed. See, when you need to remember everything all the time, why? So you can regurgitate something someone else told you? I don't need to do that. If you can't see just in the first few minutes my brilliance, maybe you weren't meant to. Maybe you don't have the eyes capable of seeing that type of light. I will not punish you. I will not condemn you. I will accept you as you are and walk away for your comfort, not mine. Because I will never dim my shine again. Not for the spiritual people, not for the psychological people, not for any of that. I will never dim my shine ever again. I will no longer hide who I am. I will give you guys parts of me in small doses because I'm an intense person. Intensity is not bad. But as Michael says, when you give too much, it creates fear. And then it becomes counterproductive. So give what your heart leads you to give, in the quantities and intensity that it leads you to use. And then let things be. And that's it. That's all we need to do, you guys. Listen to the guidance within us. That's it. I don't have your answers. I can only share of what I know based on my life. It's been an intense life. And then you'll have the people who will be like, I know, Emmie, you've been through a lot. I've had an amazing intellectual journey, if that's what you mean. I had to learn many, many things so I could be prepared to better serve in my purpose that I was created for. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Stop trying to play their games. You're not a basic person. You have a guardian. Allow your guardian to guide you and guard you. You're protected. You know this. Your intuition has been protecting you from your own bad decisions for much of your life, but you just really don't want to allow it. At that point, I mean, are you a victim or are you complicit? Going beyond that, do you really need to blame, or do you just need to recognize some of the behavioral patterns that have been allowing people who want to victimize others into your life? Let me tell you something. This is something that I don't know why it's not common sense. When you know someone really well, right? And then someone else comes and tells you all sorts of really nasty things about a person, why do you immediately just believe that? Because for me, I'm totally like, what? Serious? That that's not the person I know. What? Wait a minute. Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? Like, why do I need to know this? Does it involve me, my family? Like, what? Why are no, thank you. I'm good. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that, but I'm good. I don't need to be part of that. You got that. Don't worry. You got that. I mean, you got the drama all on your own. Don't worry. No, I'm not. I'm not talking shit. I'm telling truth. Um, you want to recruit people into your drama. I'm good off that. Like, really, I'm good off that. I'm over here minding my own business, staying in my own lane, you know? I detect drama. I also detect bullshit. I have enough fertilizer in my garden. Thank you. Bye. How many of us are able to do that? So that we don't get involved in other people's BS, because your intuition is already telling you, like, whoa, what? This don't feel right. What? The moment I'm doing that, I'm like, why is this person telling me this stuff? This just does not sound very good. Why do I need to? Mhm. There's a lack of respect. It's a lack of respect. You know, I found that if someone is capable of talking caca about someone else to me, um, there's only like literally less than a handful of people who, if they're talking about someone, which they rarely ever do, ever, um, that's because it's like a secondary confirmation of what my intuition's already telling me about the person. And really in my life, like, there's no one else that talks about anyone else. The moment you start talking about someone else is the moment I'm like, I'm sorry, are you talking to me? Because why are you telling me this? I found people who talk about other people from my history based off of my personal experience usually are the same people who end up talking crap about me the moment they can no longer use me. So I've learned really, really well to keep clear of bastardos. That's what I call them, bastardos. They exist as illegitimate people who use trash talking to legitimize themselves. Bastardos. That's why I call them that. What? Let's define bastards. Okay. You know, it's an insulting word which some use about a person who has behaved very badly. Vicious, despicable, thoroughly disliked. Someone who's illegitimate. I mean, people think like, see, the way my brain functions, I can insult you in 10 different ways. You don't even know I've insulted you. Oh my God, you're such a bastardo. They're like, you're so funny. Okay. I'll laugh with you. You like that? Bastardo putito. I'm just saying. You're like, oh my God. Yeah. Orale pues. Yeah, no, I'm going to have my opinions. And I usually only have opinions of the people who really try and insist on controlling what my opinion is. Bastardos. Okay, fulfillment. Allow yourself to be fulfilled, please. Be careful of refilling your cup from a fountain of toxicity. Ooh, winter's upside down. December 21st is when winter starts. I don't know if this is just like a Mandela thing. I could have sworn winter started in November. I could have sworn winter started in like November time. It's fine. It's a merge anyways. Mandela effect is not the collapse of timeline. It's the merger of two separate strings. Oh, speaking of strings, fertility. Was it called the maypole? Maypole? I don't know. Let's see. When is Beltane? May 1st. May Day. Oh my God. Can we not? Can we not? Oh my God. Can we not? Let's not. Let's not. I don't want to take it into conspiracy land. Let's just not. Let's not. Upside down masculine. You're dealing with someone who has a toxic patriarchy. They subscribe to the toxic patriarchy, and that has a lot to do with suppression, oppression, control, domination. Ooh. Nothing makes me more aggressive than a toxic patriarchy. Really. It makes me extra spicy. Union. Is someone trying to force you to stay in their life? And you have to wear a mask in order to fit in? Because if that's the case, fuck that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. 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 For real. Look it up. Look up that track. Ain't nobody got time for that. Seriously. No one's got time for that. Okay. Bull ball. Just saying. Let's not take it down the rabbit hole. Let's not take it down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Card number 22. She knows, she feels. You're trying to pretend that you don't know and you don't feel the truth. Probably because it hurts. And that's okay. That's a form of avoidance. That's okay. I understand it, but that's still, it's still bullshit. It is. The more you continue to do that to yourself, the more you're going to continue to struggle and suffer. Now, pain is not optional. It is the greatest teacher you will ever come across in your lifetime. That's not optional. Let's please purge out this belief that the goal is to make and live an easy life. That's a bullshit goal. Complete seriousness, sarcasm font is turned off. It's bullshit. Because you'll never achieve that. And the more you try, the more you'll be cognitively aware of how much you suck at that. Do you know what that does to you and your perception of yourself and your capabilities? And then comes this remembrance of a conversation I had with Michael. People see you and your lack of willingness as you being incapable, when in reality you're just being unwilling. Being incapable. Being incapable, like, you want to do it. You're just not able to. You can't handle it. You don't have the experience, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the ability to. Lack of willingness is something completely different. You can handle it, you just don't want to. You just don't want to. And it's like this thing of, do you not want to because you're sick of the person telling you what to do? Or is it a disrespect to your sovereign existence? Is it, I mean, what is it? What is it? I don't know. You know, and you feel the answer. You know what I love? I'm kind of catty today. I had a rough weekend. This made me a little bit more catty today. And I'm just like thinking, there's just this like really special place in my spiritual toilet for people who think they can come to someone who's built their entire business on their intuitive gifts and think they can lie to me. I have your name engraved on my shitter. I'm just saying, to think that you could lie to me and that I would actually just eat it up. That's cute. It's very cute. Yeah. Just had to share that. That's very cute. Very, very cute. Very cute in like a troll type of way. I don't like trolls, by the way. You know? That type of behavior is like, they try to just saying. You thought I wouldn't know? You really thought I wouldn't question? I'm just saying. Softly, softly, the tender touch. Sometimes you have to boom those words out. Sometimes you have to say it, scream it from the rooftops. You know, I found, because I was dealing with a different person a couple months back, I found that oftentimes when someone is very, AB elusive, they don't want you talking about it and telling other people. They just don't. They don't want that. Why? Well, damn you for making it harder for them to get more flying monkeys. That's why. Fuck you anyways. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm not interested in being a flying monkey, you fucking wicked witch. You know what happens to people like that? Houses of truth get dropped on your ass. And then you lose your ruby slippers, bichacho. That's what happens. You want to be a wicked witch of the West and gather up some flying monkeys to do your bidding? That's fine. A house of truth will get dropped on your ass. You think you're all big and bad because you have big shoes? I got big feet. I fit your fucking shoes. I'm just saying. Well, the card said the card said softly, softly, the tender touch, and then it was upside down. So I figured I don't have to be nice right now. That's symptoms of psychological small dick syndrome. That's a symptomatic presentation of psychological small dick syndrome. PSDS. Psychological small dick syndrome. Now I'm just entertaining myself now. Psychological Baltic syndrome. PSDS. Oh my God. I think you have PSDS. I think you have PSDS. Have you sought out therapy for that? I'm like worried about it too. Have you sought out therapy for that? Oh my God. Okay, card number 27. Card number 27, receiving. Receiving. Allowing yourself to receive the information you actually need. Mini, teeny, weeny, shrivel, sharp. I know some people act like they have PSDS and it's like 30 degrees below zero. Short, shriveled, and always to the left. Oh my God, I need to write SDSM, spiritual. Let me stop. Y'all are drying out my skin. Hold up. Hold up. What's up? Shut up. This makes me smell like a bougie witch. Yeah. Let me just. I'm going to look real glowy in a second. Hold up. Do you smell that? Soothing chamomile tonique. Let me stop. I gotta go to the doctor soon. I gotta go get myself situated. You gotta get me situated. Bum, 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 bum. Let me just add a little. I need a little help today. I'm extra dry in my attitude and everything. Let me just. I have zero makeup on. So if your skin is oily, I would totally just use the concentrated balancing softener as your moisturizer. I just needed to soften myself a little bit. Felt myself getting kind of harsh there because I'm sick of certain people. Hold up. Let me add a little bit of serum. Radiance boosting serum, because I did say no one's going to dim my shine. Not even the small dick people. Okay, just let me. Small dick energy sucks. I'm just saying, let me just. Okay. Little niacinamide. So I can get over all these old things that have happened to me. All these little scars. We're going to leave my freckles alone. I've worked an entire lifetime in the sun to finally have those bad bitches. We're just going to leave that alone. We just put it right here. We're fucking ready to rule the world with compassion and grace. Hold up, I really do have to put moisturizer because I was too cheap to fucking buy the moisturizer that goes with this. I had to fucking downgrade. Shishido Bioperformance Advanced Super Revitalizing Cream. Just do what you do, Shishi. Do what you do. Do what you do, what you do. Do what you do, what you do. And then the neck. My gobbler. Okay, I have to do this. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're probably like, what the fuck is she doing? I'm trying to talk myself down and put the weapons away. I'm preparing to verbally attack someone. So maybe if I like moisturize and, I'll just chill the fuck out. That's what's happening. That's what you're witnessing. This is called redirection. That's what this is sometimes. A bitch gotta redirect herself. Speaking of bitches, my fucking bitch ass dog. For the first time ever, I planted some plants in the ground. And then I created a little fence around it, a plastic chicken fence. She went underneath the fence, all 100 pounds of her, and played with the fucking plants. Bitch, ain't nobody invite you there. You're not even vegetarian. Fucked up my whole veggie patch yesterday. And I don't know if you guys remember, but we thought she had a brain tumor and we were going to put her down like a few months back. I told my son, she has a tumor for real. She goes in that veggie patch again. She's getting put down. He goes, Mom! And I was like, tell your bitch to stay out of my veggies. Oh my God. I was so mad. We're not going to put her down. Are you kidding me? I would fucking cry. We can't put her down. She's old. She's like really, really old. So she ran off with a broccoli baby. I was like, my babies. This bitch. My babies. She got some carrots. She got a broccoli. She's going to be okay. She doesn't want the plants. I think she ate one. And then she realized, I don't want this shit. I'm not vegetarian. And the other, she just like dug up because they were in the way of they were in the way of whatever the fuck she's trying to get in the soil. I don't know. She just doesn't give a fuck. She's old and she doesn't give a fuck of anyone's feelings. Because then she came in the house like, everybody loves me. Like, we're all mad at you. She's like, I feel too sick for this. I'm gonna pass out. Like, I'm so mad. Woo. Hey, Dolly, how about you suck my big balls? How about that? How about that? Oh, too bad you got banned. How about fuck you, suck my big balls? I'm not wasting anyone's time. You're free to go to some lame ass card reader that won't tell you shit except he's coming back. How about that? See, I was using this time to try and talk myself down and put the spiritual verbal weapons down. You're going to catch the whole fuck wrath of it. People like you feel so fucking entitled. You're so full of shit. Nothing I'm going to say is going to so fucking entitled and full of shit. You got my attention now, Dolly. You got my attention now. You better be cute as fuck because you're acting like you think you are. DM me a picture. DM me your picture. I want to know. I want to know what you're working with, making you feel like you're entitled. DM me a picture. I want to know. I want to know. I want the full body picture, and I want a selfie because I want to know what the fuck is it that makes you feel so entitled. See, everyone else understood, and I even said it. I'm putting this on to fucking keep myself from lashing out verbally. Odin sent you as a willing volunteer. I accept your offer. Now you're roasted. Fucking idiot. The fucking idiot was for me. Like, fucking idiots. You were supposed to lay. No. I did not want to lay the weapons down. You see how that works? You see how that works? I was trying to be in my process and let shit go. Now that I've released, it was organic, let me tell you. Credit 35 conscious connections, you know? Have you consciously connected to yourself? Have you? I mean, you guys needed to witness that. You know, you guys definitely needed to witness that because I've been live for an hour and 14 minutes. I've been moisturizing my face for maybe 3 to 4 of those minutes. Over an hour and 10 minutes, I've been giving freely of myself and my soul, my thoughts, all of me. I mean, hell, I even did a free meditation. It's not enough. People like Dolly over here, their sense of entitlement is like the size of Dolly Parton's boobs. But Miss Parton knows how to rock it. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? She has the substance and the accomplishments to rock out with her tits out. I don't know if that Dolly does. Hence, I'm asking for a picture. And I'm going to be harsh with you. If you send me a picture of yourself, I'm going to be harsh with you, honey. For quite a few years, I worked with nothing but agency models. I even scouted for a little bit. So when I say I'm going to tear apart your looks, I have Capricorn in my moon. And I have so much Scorpio energy. It's fucking ridiculous. People think I'm Scorpio, but I'm not. Careful who you play with. Because I play back. And I promise you, I play to win. I mean, I did say in the beginning of this, I've lived lifetimes where I've toppled empires. Imagine what I could do with your thoughts about yourself. Careful how you fucking approach me, because some days I'm nice. Right now, I'm not. Don't let the Asian eyes fool you either. I'm not just a fetish. If we're going to go there, I'll be your dominatrix. Okay, so we're clear. Sometimes you don't listen to truth. Because like I said, I was speaking truth this entire time. I even spoke truth about why I needed to moisturize my face, right? This is a prime example of how people will enter your life thinking like they're entitled to some sort of thing like, you know, I need to be mindful of your schedule. Okay, well, I altered my schedule to fit this in. And this is fucking free. This is free. This is free. This is free. I just want to remind people that this is free. It's not wasting my time and energy. These are things that you guys have to hear. You guys have to witness it because people do these things to you guys. And then you excuse it away. The whole like, don't waste your time. For me, that's people trying to convince you not to speak up for yourself. That's people who are adding to you, stuffing down and stuffing down and stuffing down what you know you're worth. And I'm worth the time that I spend on here. It's fucking priceless. It's priceless. Do you understand? Just by hearing my perceptions, the way I see the world, the way I process, you could change your entire fucking life. You don't have to suffer. You can become extremely successful. Go look at all my other readings. Like, really actually let yourself hear it this time. Go look at them. They are giving you thinly veiled instructions on how to get out of your suffering. Because I would never flat out just tell you how to live. And maybe it's time for me to actually just lay shit out like that, where it's like, I'm changing your life right now. But I'm adding in a little bit of joke so it's not so serious, so that you can better integrate this into your truth. Because when I lay it flat out, it's too hard. It triggers your cognitive dissonance. You fuck yourself up again. You hurt yourself again. I promise you, I'm not the only one who's reacted to Dolly in this way. I promise you that. I promise you that. The people like, everyone's mean to me. I'm going to give you some time. I will be cordial because I'm cordial with people. I'll be fine. I'll be civil. I'll be cordial. In fact, I'll even make you feel comfortable because Piscean. Eventually, you will show me why everyone is mean to you. They're not mean to you. You're fucking oblivious. You're oblivious with the shit you say and do. You probably always want the attention. Doesn't make you a bad person. But if you don't want people to react in the way that they do, you have to begin realizing how you're creating that. Now, would you prefer I have more lotion on my face? Should I put more lotion on my face now? Yeah. See that? We need to make sure that everything you get out of your life is everything you actually need. Not even the suffering you don't need. Well, you'll need the suffering if you don't want to listen. Not to me, I'm talking about to your soul. If you don't want to listen to your soul, you will absolutely suffer. That's your choice. That's your well, no, but Emmie, no, I don't care. For real. Like, let the cat moon out the cage real quick. I don't care. I've suffered. That was my choice. I made shit much harder for myself. That was my choice. But damn, I fucking learned so deeply from it. Do I need to be seen as like, oh, poor Emmie is poor? No, fucking Emmie's badass. Emmie gets through fucking anything. I don't want to talk about myself in the third person. I get through anything life sends my way. I might cry. I might have a little bit of like, sadness. But I get through everything life sends my way because everything that's worth my time, I invest into. Let's put it this way. If you got a problem with my videos being longer than an hour, because like, how do people waste their time on all day? Your problem is not other people. Your problem is you don't want to take the time to understand what the fuck you're doing to other people, cause them to be that way to you. That's that. That's that. That's that. That's the reality of it. That is the reality of it. When you can't even invest an hour of your time, you're not even paying an hour of your time, but you can invest 30 minute, 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 30 minute. Oh my God, they all say he's coming back. Bitch, he don't want you. He don't want you. Yeah. Okay, Cap Moon, get back, get back. That was too much. Get back. Cap Moon, get back in your cage. That was too much. Did you guys hear that? It's my fan. It was like a woo, 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 woo. Okay, because there's a piece of paper behind my fan. Well, here's the thing. I see the comment of, girl, why do you even go there? She giving us her time and knowledge. She needed to. Because look how much more of my knowledge and how much more of my time I'm giving. Triggering isn't bad. Not always. When you've developed an understanding of yourself and your own personal psychology, you can use triggering to your advantage. Oh, there she goes. She's really showing us how manipulative Pisceans are. And? I'd rather be a manipulator who tries to manipulate you into improving yourself and empowering yourself than be you. Why the fuck are you on a Piscean channel? That's right, because you're a fan. Not of me, but of Pisceans, and you're just angry. Whoever thought that? I don't want to see your face. You're just angry because a Piscean probably rejected you at some point. Mask coming off and you're worried. You want to know. Are they going to know? I tell you, they probably already do know. That's why you were cut out. That's why you were cut out. Yeah, I'm sick today. I've been sick all weekend. And I should have said that disclaimer from the start. I should have said that disclaimer from the start. We gonna be good. I promise. I'm gonna behave myself for the rest of the reading. Shock of the new. You want a new life, but you don't want to be shocked by it. Not how it works. If you've come to the realization that everything you've decided thus far, your behavioral patterns, your thought patterns, all of that stuff, have been the reason why you've been suffering and struggling, you're going to have to change it. And if you change everything at once, it's going to shock you and cause you to regress. That means you're going to backslide deeper into those behavioral patterns so you can feel safe. Forcing yourself to feel overly exposed will do this. Yes, vulnerability is a power. But trying to be more vulnerable than what you can handle is the equivalent of trying to squat several hundred more pounds than what you've ever tried. Do it in small steps, one plate at a time. No, it doesn't have to be 45-pound plates. You understand when you do that, you're adding 90 pounds. That's almost 100 pounds to what you know you can do. Is that fair? Is that logical? Take your growth in smaller steps. You will be perfectly fine. This is not a race. There's no race to the finish line. And the people who are making you feel like it's a race are the very people who feel inferior to you. Why else would they compare themselves to you? You know how many people have compared themselves to me thinking that they are so superior, only to realize from someone else the information you got from someone else actually came from me. I'm the source of it. So you can't lecture me on that because I'm the one running that field. Just because as Pisceans and empaths, we don't, we don't boast about all the things that we've accomplished. For the most part, we don't. We kind of just keep that to ourselves because we feel so sorry for existing, as though our existence is so inconvenient and we have to apologize for being so different. So we don't share these things. And just because we don't share it doesn't mean we're not capable. Does not mean we're not highly advanced. Still brings me back to that one live stream where someone came on. It was fairly recent too. Someone came on the live stream and was like, Emmie is so evil. She's spreading demons to everyone. I've had to fix everything she did with the 2M. Okay, bitch, but do a search on 2M. Do a Google search, do a DuckDuckGo search, do a Tor search on 2M merger points. You won't find anything. You won't find anything that predates me talking about it. I started talking about 2M in 2018. Ties into graphene. What's she talking about? I don't know. Your rubral fields need recalibration. Yeah. So 2M goes for first. You didn't know that? Then don't fucking talk to me about how you're fixing the mess that Emmie makes. Yeah. See the gravity of that? I only share a fraction of what I know, a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. People in my classes better understand of the depth of my understanding of things. And even with that, I only share a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. Do I need to prove to other people that I know a lot? No. What's that going to do? This is not a competition. I'm here to do work. I'm here to work. And that's that. Just work. You here to learn? Because last time I checked, when students enter into the classroom of a teacher, they're not asking you for your resume. Right? No, you didn't say anything offensive. The only one that's been offensive in this comment section for the live stream is Dolly. I bet she's still on the live. Okay. I said I was catty. What? Thank you, Dolly, for letting me sharpen my claws on you. So seeing the true you're not seeing the truth of who you actually are. You're just not. Everything that you believe that other people have told you about yourself, about your life, about your purpose, all of these things. How many of you go to other people and ask, do you know what level of frequency I'm on? Do you know what dimension I'm anchored in? Do you know what my purpose is? Do you know if they love me? Do you know if this and that? Everything I know about myself came from myself. Everything. Everything I know about myself and my life at this point has come from me. I'm a good person. I see that now. I got a mouth on me. That's needed. That's necessary. I need to be able to communicate, not just when I get petty. More importantly, when there are important things to be said. And even though sometimes I allow myself to get petty, which you guys, it's okay. It's okay. Don't hold yourself to a standard that these people who are demanding this standard can't even hold themselves to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, I saw this person who is a habitual cheater now pissed off because their wife cheated. But wait, how many times did you cheat before she did? How many times? Oh, but that's history. What are you talking about? I'm talking about your small dick issues. How many times did you cheat on her before she finally fucking cheated on you? Yeah, shut the fuck up then. Your bullshit's getting stuck in your throat. Let me sit up for this. This is about to get real fucking real. Let me not. This card came in reverse. Card number 26, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. That's your own shadows coming up. It's your own shadows coming up. This is me allowing more of that shadow to come up. What's in that shadow? Is it evil? Is it maliciousness? No. It's more of my personal power. I'm being more deeply corded into my ability to speak my truth with no shame, no hesitation, no quivering of my voice. And that's all I have to say about that. And that's it. That's it. Said what I needed to say. Let's get the final card. Doctor's appointment's coming up. All right. I think this talk is after my energy. I've been laid out for days. Okay. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. We will. Intensity enough. We will get through this. Should I send them this video? Thank you, Kilikina. Ooh, Malikimaka. Malikimaka. Yes. I know I'm a month early. I don't even know if you're Hawaiian. Kilikina. Kilikaina. Thank you. How do you pronounce that? Card number. Yeah, My husband tries to teach, he tried for a little bit. He tried to teach me pigeon. He tried to teach me to kind. I can't do it. He tried to teach me to kind. I can't. I laugh too much. I could never talk pigeon. Card number 27, the angel Rasbar. Tell me the truth, I asked love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The master speaks of a den of riches where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloveds, you shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul that it does not lie lost, nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart and what it is you wish to offer and is saying yes. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is a capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. So then do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts then. Yet perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to a cacophony. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there is just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It's part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world, something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. That precious gift is a true silence. The true silence is peace. It is a living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most rowdy noise, if anyone knows how to access it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful feeling heart. When you know how to feel for it, to surrender into it, you can transmit silence in many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart, in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice, written, sung, or spoken. Yes, even through sound, if that's your path of service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. The true and great silence, as you may now realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It's the experience of the divine presence of love. So shall you trust in the wisdom of the master who bids you to serve according to the graces you've been given. Will you choose to put aside your doubts and instead believe in yourself and the power of divine love that will reach out to the world through your willing soul? Ah, yes, I knew your brave heart would accept this empowerment. I knew you wanted to serve more than you wanted to fear. Whatever is in your heart is the method by which the great jewels shall be collected. The master teaches us that we are built to serve according to a higher perfection. So if to dance is in your heart, then dance. Be open and free. Do not hide. Dance. If prayer is in your heart, then pray. If you can feed the poor with food, if you can give the despairing kindness, the lost your words, and those who have turned away from the great master a healing touch, then do so. If your gift is to put people back in their place because they've crossed boundary after boundary after boundary, as though you're an endless supply of what they are entitled to take from you, do it. Speak your truth and let the bodies hit the floor. Do so without doubt, without having to be the best or the greatest or any other notion your mind conjures. Just be willing. Willingness is not perfection. Willingness is required from you, so then there for freedom to awaken in you. Willingness opens you to divine assistance, and through that empowerment, an even greater joy of being will grow within your sacred heart. Your service can flow from simply being yourself in the world, completely and utterly. That's important. Your service can flow from simply being yourself in the world, completely and utterly. That includes the ugly parts of you, the parts that people say are ugly, simply because it makes it harder for them to stay enabled in your presence. That's why Dolly had to come on here. That's why I had to see her comments, and that's why I had to respond. I have to be me in every single part of me. From the parts of me that hold my traumas to the parts of me that hold my grace, I have to be centered in the middle. And whatever ratios come out of me, they're appropriate for whatever stands before me. I do not doubt it. I do not question. That is a truth about myself, my service, my purpose, that I no longer question or fight. Your radiance can become one of the sacred candles of the Holy Master. There are many candles that hold the Master's light, and yet each one of them is precious beyond compare. Be such a light. Scoop up the jewels through your service and do not render yourself incapable through nightmares of false imaginings and smallness of mind. And don't allow that sense of obligation or that fear of public shame that people will see you not being nice. You're actually finally being nice, this time to yourself, by allowing yourself to speak your truth in whatever way it comes out. Now, we can't do this all the time, but when it happens, and you rarely do it, you know it's right. Yes, your heart is too big for your mind and it will break open, but that's okay. Do you think you only serve love and are not also served by love? The helpers are always helped. This is love's way. Do you feel as though you are a foreigner in this land? Angel Rasbar shall show you the way then, for she knows you from long, long time ago, though you might have temporarily forgotten the acquaintance. She is a great hostess and guide in this terrain of love, divine love, and she remembers you. You who are great of heart and capable of contribution. You who are now signing up for service in the great work of love. Yes, there's work for you to do. Your purpose is bestowed. Serve, assist. Do not hold back for any reason. Do not hold back for any reason. Not even when you're defending yourself. Do not hold back for any reason. Not one reason you could imagine is worthy of you, so then aliveness, so then service, so then joy, help and be helped. That is the way for you now. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny. Like a maturing adult who is ready to take on the mantle of a greater responsibility, your soul is stepping up. You are going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence. And through that, your healing presence in the world is increasing. You are stepping up and forward onto your path. This is appropriate now. It will make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It is not about being worth more than another. It is about the utterly sensible use of light that is not to be dampened down by a shade, but instead placed where it can cast its fullness so that others still in darkness may find their way more easily. This is such an important part. Alana Fairchild is the writer of these cards. This is the Rumi Oracle. This is the Rumi Oracle created by Alana Fairchild. And she does use poetry written by Rumi. And the things that she writes sometimes are just profound, profound. They strike such a resonance deep within me. This part right here, you are stepping up and forward onto your path. This is appropriate now. It will make you more visible, but that is as it should be. Is it not about being it is not about being worth more than another. It is about the utterly sensible use of a light, that it not be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness so that others, still in darkness, may find their way more easily. This is efficient, intelligent, and sensible. Your success and growth is drenched in compassion and brings joy to the heart of the master, as another and another find their way, benefiting from the light of your being, because you were placed above others. Not because you think you're better, not because creation thinks you're better, but because that place of positioning helps you to better serve, helps your light to be spread further, to help more people. Stop playing small. That was never part of your purpose or destiny. So shine true. Be humble, but not dismissive of your gifts. Allow others to find their way more easily, but easily because you choose to honor the power of the great silence that emanates through your evermore as you trust and surrender. This oracle brings special messages of reassurance that you are making progress and are indeed on the right path. Although it may not unfold exactly as you anticipate, it will indeed unfold. You are making a positive impact in the world, more than you consciously realize, and you are asked, therefore, to continue. Do not give up. Do not turn back. Just continue. Take your steps, your journey, and know that the great master is aware of you and is sending the holy ones, including that wise ancient mother, Angel Rasbar, to bring you the blessing of true silence now. Let it clear and soothe your mind and heart and help you remember the peace that dwells within you. All is well. So you don't even have to resemble that peace. You just have to remember it, that you are it. Profound. 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 You don't have to resemble anything. You already are what you need to be. Imitate versus emanate. Time for us to learn the difference. Imitate versus emanate. Are you simply imitating what you wish you were? Or are you emanating your truth? Allowing yourself to be properly positioned as is based on the will of creation itself. Years ago, I got into an exchange with someone. This someone was friends with another person who hated me because they could no longer access me. And private conversation was this. This person felt as though I was misusing my place within the spiritual community. She made statements accusing me of being one of their leaders, that everyone looks up to me and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, I am not your leader. What the F are you talking about? And I was literally offended, genuinely, literally offended. How dare you place me on a pedestal just to take your acts of hatred and try and chop down the base? How dare you? I never asked to be raised above everyone else. How dare you? And then I realized I didn't need to ask. Creation willed it into being. She wasn't telling me who I am to be. It took me a very long time after that conversation to understand this. She was not telling me who I am to be. She was not telling me my role in the spiritual community. She was telling me how other people are receiving me. That is the resonance I carry. Till now, I don't want to be seen as a teacher. I don't want to be seen as a leader. I don't want to be seen as anything that places me above everyone else. So Michael shows me this image of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. walking, and he has this huge, like they were doing some protest. And it's this imagery of so many people walking behind him passionately, empowered by one person. I'm definitely not a Martin Luther King Jr. I'm just not. But the importance here is the recognition that the people didn't know where to put their feet until they watched him walking. And if that's the case, if they didn't gather until they knew he existed, and just knowing he existed wasn't enough, they had to witness his courage. They had to witness his grace under fire before they could find their own. Then by virtue of logic, just plain logic, was he not their leader? And even if I don't want to be a leader, even if I don't want followers, the reality of it is I can only speak on what I know, and what I know is where my feet have been. And if what I'm sharing with you is a path I've taken, then maybe it's synonymous. And maybe I just need to be okay with allowing people to receive me in whatever way they choose to receive, whatever perception they have, and for me to just keep walking. And it's okay for me to still see myself as a normal, average person, while at the same time recognizing and honoring that that's not how you see me. The juxtaposition of the two creates an awareness of center point. The juxtaposition of the two creates an awareness of the center point, the everything, the nothing, and the spaces in between. My personal definition of what God is. Creates a totality. It includes all the potentialities known and unknown. The everything, the nothing, and the spaces in between. What you want to be and what you actually are. What's in between that? Me. And that's where you're supposed to be in your life. Centered in between that. Allowing your experiences and your potential to also serve as that 2 points of juxtaposition, opposing components of one plane of existence. Do you know that's what your field is, right? Opposing point, 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 opposing point. That's what your field is. Your auric field is this beautiful dance of juxtaposed positions on a singular plane of existence, varying in degrees of elevation and depression, expansion and contraction, quantum anomalies in a linear world. No one will understand you unless they're a quantum anomaly as well. Fact still remains, you exist even if you're not understood. You exist even without permission. So part of me wants to apologize for being a little bit rotten earlier. But another part of me doesn't know if it's appropriate for me to apologize. That juxtaposition. Did it need to happen? Yes. Did it need to happen in that way? I don't think so. But did it happen in that way? It did. That center point that will gift me the opportunity, that space created because of the question, to dive deeper into that and find more truth. So a lot of things we need to think about. We need to always think, question ourselves, question other people, stop blindly accepting. And these have to be said because really, some might say, like, no, I mean, she was so out of line. She deserved that. But wasn't I out of line as well? Did I deserve that release at the expense of someone else? That's a very valid question. I'm, I'm not ashamed of being a human being and being very public about it either. Yeah, you know? It's this thing of like, you're witnessing this. What are you going to do with this information? What are you going to do with this information? Are you going to use it as an opportunity to take sides? Are you going to use it as an opportunity to learn more about yourself? Like sometimes it's appropriate to clap back. Other times you need to recognize you're clapping by slapping their face. At which point, was that necessary? Yep. You both had the opportunity to grow in that interaction. It's up to you to make the choice, and you also get to define what that growth is. Absolutely profound. My co-host, Chidi. Chidi and I will be live tomorrow with our podcast. We've narrowed down some of the things we're going to be offering for the different tiers for membership. If you guys enjoyed the mini few-minute long meditation earlier in this live stream, that's one of the options. I believe the highest tier is going to have customized energy work. Like when we have that done, it's going to be once a month. And when we do that, it's to correct everything that's happened during that month. That's very specialized work. That's very expensive work. I'll do it with you guys. I will. I'll do it with you guys. It's no biggie to me. No biggie to me. You want to have that type of rebalancing work every month for less than the cheapest expedite? Ah. Oh, I'm back. Okay. So I was saying, our main goal is really to better serve whatever our purpose is, even if neither of us fully grasp the gravity of what that is. Serving as some sort of template and leaving you free to decide how to use that template and customize it to yourself. the empty cup radar really came to fruition because so many of us live empty, depleted, and we are so hungry and thirsty for that connection on a soul level, that depth of connectivity. We're so starved for truth that we end up drinking and eating all sorts of toxic things, like whatever comes up on your radar, whatever blip you find. We scramble to try and accept that simply because we feel so alone, and it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Being able to see someone who has, been in my weird phase for much of my life, and then Chidi's entering into the weird phase, and seeing that, you know what? Me knowing more about a specific subject matter doesn't mean he doesn't know more about a specific subject matter, a different subject matter, and it doesn't make us less than equal just because we know more about different things. And I feel like it's a very beautiful thing to watch, to be able to see opposing polarities holding space with each other and being able to hear differences in opinions. They're just opinions. They don't have to be declarations of war. So we have different tiers that we've created or are creating. I can't remember. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. I know we talked about it a few times and we finalized a few things. I don't remember the specific details. But I'll make an announcement soon about it and I'll give you guys the opportunity. Y'all are my people. Okay. We're looking into how we can make it something that you get extra perks for being part of the start of this. You know what I mean? Um, it's one thing to hear me rant all by myself. It's another thing to see an exchange between people who are both interested in hearing each other and hearing someone else's experiences and seeing how it fits in. It's an amazing experience for me. I hope it's an amazing experience for you guys in GD as well. It's called the Empty Cup Radar. It's a podcast. We're live every Tuesday, and we will have exclusive content for all our members. A lot of really, really good things, good opportunities, just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Michael says, you're finally doing it. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm finally listening to you. He's been telling me to do a podcast for a while. And then what happened was I was having this conversation with Michael in the morning, and then Chidi messaged me on Facebook, and I was like, oh. You are one of Michael's minions. Who sent you? No, I didn't do that. But I was like, oh my God, Michael sent this guy. All right, I'll go live if he comes on with me because I'm not going to be talking by myself that whole time. I already talked by myself all these live streams, and you're going to have to come on with me. And he was game. So there we go. We don't have to be empty cups anymore. We don't. And we can learn how to read our radars so that way we understand when that blip is something you should allow in or when that blip is something you should push far, far away. It's to empower you to know the difference for yourself. We need an opposing view from what is so readily spread by spiritual people, by religious people. I'm not against spiritualists. I'm not against religious people. I'm against the toxicity that occurs when you don't listen to yourself. So, just want to make clear. If you need spiritualism, if you need a spiritual community, if you need religion, if you need to go to church, to mass, to services, whatever it is, if that's what helps you connect to your divinity, to your truth, do it. Keep going. This is not me telling you not to pray, not to believe, not to have your saints, not to have your meditation, no. Keep doing what connects you to your soul. It's not only one path up that mountain. It's just not. And when you outgrow that path, Move on to a different path. You are not a fixed being. You are a dynamic source of energy cleaved directly from source. Start acting like it. You don't have to remain the person you've been, nor do you have to change into someone you don't recognize. You do have to allow yourself to grow. And if you're going to be growing in a pot because of the aesthetics, just know at some point you'll need to be transplanted. And that's the truth of life. You want to really be free? Let yourself be a wildflower. It grows haphazardly, equipped with thorns, still so delicate. And no matter who comes and tramples that wildflower, roots go deep as the plant grows high. All is as it should be. So, for any of you who are wondering what kind of plant am I, bull thistle. I am bull thistle. You don't know what that is? Look it up. Let me show you. I gotta show you. I came across this plant and I was like, that's me. That's me. That's the truth right there. Let me show you. This is bull thistle. This shit can grow anywhere. I can grow anywhere. I can grow anywhere. They're damn near impossible to clear out. You're not going to get rid of me. I got thorns like a motherfucker. And then on top of that, my purple flower, like it invites you in and then you see all the thorns. But then when I'm ripe, it's just like fluff. It's just this fluff. You know what I mean? It's just fluff. But the thorns stay intact even when it's dry. Oh, and the metaphysical properties. Don't get me started. Call me bull thistle. Put that in a vase. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It will take over any environment it exists within. Not by force, just by existing. Just by allowing the wind to do what the wind does. And allowing the parts of me that no longer need to be on me to spread. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? I don't even have to try. Just by me being publicly visible, I serve my purpose. And you're free to dance in that breeze and land on different soil. Once a bull thistle, always a bull thistle. Not long before it's an entire field of them. Let's see how all those toxic people deal with walking through a field of bull thistles. You don't do that if you're smart. Only if you're masochistic, at which point, game on. Game on. Keep walking through. We're not just a field of sunflowers. We're a field of what you get when you hybridize sunflowers and bull thistles. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I really gotta go. Okay. I love you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'm going to be doing an 11/11 fire ceremony. Hopefully I can talk during that ceremony. Here is the link for the 11/11 fire ceremony. I'm going to go ahead and pin that. If you'd like to get expedites, energy work, I'm going to be harnessing that portal energy. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Be salty if you need to. Sugary if you don't. Or you can be like chicken and taste like everything. No matter what, sustain yourself, let yourself be refilled, and celebrate you. Even if no one joins you. Celebrate yourself. You're a party all on your own. Bye, guys.